In this video, we're going to focus on analysis results. The topics discussed here are equally applicable to VisualFoundation, VisualPlate, and concrete bending. I'll be using a VisualFoundation model in this example to demonstrate. When we switch to the analysis results, we'll see that in the inspector on the left, we have Results tab. The Result tab will show you a summary of all of the available results and the range of those results. In this case, we're showing the range of displacements of the foundation. We're showing the plate elements moments in the X, Y, shears in the X and Y, and also bearing pressures. We have a statics checks category. The statics check category is valuable for checking the validity of your input and the overall behavior of the structure. In this case, we're showing the Z forces and saying that we've applied minus 13.9 kips of load from applied loads in the model, and our reactions sum to the same number. When everything is perfect, these two numbers should balance so that the sum is equal to 0. Large displacement problems might have statics checks issues, and we would see that these numbers might not necessarily sum to 0. Other options we can show are the X forces and Y forces applied in reactions, and the same for the X moments and Y moments. In addition, our model's self-weight is displayed, and in the case of foundations, we're seeing the sliding friction resultant for the Z forces times the coefficient of friction. When we look at the ribbon at the top, we have a results case drop-down combination which allows us to show the available result cases in the particular analysis you're doing. Let's now look at specific graphical results. When we switch to the result filter, under slab results or plate results, we'll have an option to show a result type. Currently in foundations, we're showing a bearing pressure. This wouldn't be available for other programs. We have the option to show displacements of the plate, moments about the X and Y global axes, as well as shear forces about the global X and Y axes. It's important to note that these moments and forces are in plate resultant units. In the case of shear, it's going to be kips per foot width of plate. We're showing now a graphic from the help file which shows you the coordinate system used for these values. Another thing we can do is to change the colors and the way they're displayed. All of the results will have a legend, as we're seeing here on the left side, with the values that are currently in the range shown, and we're currently showing this as a rainbow type color contour. If we look at the filter, under the options we have the ability to change to color bands, and when we do that, we'll see then that the legend now becomes distinct bands of colors. Currently we're showing 3. We can change that to any value we'd like and show more colors, and therefore you see we're seeing discrete colors in the view. So at times color bands may be useful for you. We can also drag the sliders at the top and the bottom of the legend, and when we do that, we're reducing the range of data values shown, and anything outside that range will appear as gray colors. So that's a way to possibly zoom in on certain values. We can also change the limits of the contour by clicking on this menu icon, and when I do that, a data range dialog appears and I can change the values in the range directly at this time. Another thing I can do with the legend is move it. If I hover my mouse over the legend and then drag, I can move the dialog to a different location if it happens to be getting in the way. A final thing I'd like to show regarding these results is the ability to draw moment shear diagrams. If I hold down my mouse and drag, I can drag a horizontal line and imagine a section cut along that line. We're seeing the way the plate shear forces and moments vary, and in the case of the foundation, the bearing pressure distribution as well. I can drag these lines vertically and see a vertical cut of values if that makes sense. So that's a summary then of looking at results in the Analysis Results tab.